Hi guys, it's Shashi here. So in today's video, as you guys can see from the title itself, I'm going to show you guys embroidery kit. So I got this embroidery kit from Shopee. I think it was around 10 ringgit or something, which is really reasonable considering the fact that it comes with all the thread, needles and all the things that you need to do the embroidery. So I got 3 sets. I'm going to show you guys. This one I got is this yellow color. I don't think so you guys can see it, but I'll just leave like a picture or ear or something. So this one is like yellow embroidery with like some flower details over here. It's brown embroidery with also flower details. All of the embroidery are mostly flower details, so that's why I got in them, and I really love anything to do with floral. And I also got another embroidery kit, but this embroidery kit I've already tried and I really enjoyed doing it. It took me around 2 days, so I'm going to show you guys what I did. So this is my embroidery that I did recently, like 2 days ago, and I really enjoyed doing it. I didn't feel stressful or what, but of course at the beginning you need to figure out how to do it, like you need to follow the instructions, and it's quite simple and easy. So for today's video, I'm gonna do one embroidery kit with you guys, and I'm gonna share the tips that I've learned and how to just embroider for beginners like myself. But now that I've completed one set, I do consider myself as a pro. Today I'm gonna do this yellow embroidery kit. Let me open it up real quick. This is how it's supposed to turn out, but obviously you can alter it according to your preference. So first you will get this kit. In this paper, in this instruction paper, you will get some of the instruction on like how to thread. Like you have like this instruction, they are written in Chinese word as like the first language, but in the bottom they instruct you in English, so it's easier for you all, right? Take this hook. This one you have to like separate it into two. Let me show you guys. See, you can tighten the hook here, like there's a screw over here, so you just have to tighten and loosen it. Hold on. Okay, so the hook that I showed you guys earlier, you can separate it into two parts because you have to like put the cloth over here, and then you're gonna like fix it here, which I will definitely show you guys later. This cloth. So in this cloth, you can see there's the print on you, so you just have to follow the rules, follow the instruction or the print. So this one, the print is in blue, but the earlier one it was in red, so you can see it if you miss the place, but this I don't think so you can see much. So yeah, this is how it's supposed to look. The last item that you will receive is this thread. So this thread, I would advise you guys to to not waste the thread, because for some design you may have in excess, but for certain design you won't have in excess. Like if you waste it or what, then that's it. With the thread you will get 2 needles, which is quite sufficient. And
so let's begin. So I'm taking the smaller hoop and I'm placing the cloth on top the smaller hoop, if that makes sense, and then make sure it's in the middle, yeah. And I'm gonna take the larger hoop and then I'm gonna place it on top both of the things. It's quite a bit of struggle, and just take your time and adjust it. There's a screw for you there, so you can tighten and loosen it up, but the screw was quite difficult for me to adjust, so I just went with it. Take your time, make sure it's in the middle. If it's not tight, the embroidery will like slip away, so be careful when you're doing this. You can pull the excess cloth at the corner to make sure everything is tight and in place, and you can adjust it according to how you want. So after a bit of struggle, I'm almost done. So yes, like the final result, and you can adjust it later on. Here comes the most exciting part, and let's take a look at our instruction paper. So the first embroidery that I'm gonna do is the yellow one, like the yellow dots. So this one is called as the French bean embroidery, and we are using the number 6 and we're using the whole share. Whole share means that we are not going to divide the thread, we're just going to use the entire thread. So as you can see, at the thread there they've written number 6, so we are going to use that thread for that particular French embroidery. So as per the instruction, we are using the whole share, and I've inserted it inside the needle, and now I'm pulling it, and make sure one side is longer than the other side, and once you have make sure it's in like a different length, take the longer one and make a knot, so when you embroider, the other part of the thread won't come out easily. So this is how my knot turned out. Okay, now let's see how to do a French embroidery. First, let's poke the needle from the back part of the cloth and pull all the thread out. So once you pull out all the thread, you're gonna take the needle and wrap the thread around the needle like how I'm doing, and then you have to poke it back to where it comes from. So this part might be a bit tricky, but practice makes perfect. And then you have to pull it back, and then you will have a perfect French embroidery here. So this is the complete look for the French bean embroidery using the color number 6, and here is how it looks. Now let's do the other French bean embroidery using all the other colors. So we're basically going to repeat the step for tying the knot for every thread that we use. So now we're just gonna repeat back the same step for the French bean embroidery, but using a different thread color. Make sure to look at your instructions each time you do, so you don't pick the wrong colors. Actually, it's fine if you pick the wrong color. You can change it according to your preference and your creativity. Now I'm using another color, it's like a light purple thread for the same French bean embroidery. Now let's do the second type of embroidery, which is the straight stitch using the whole share. Okay, first you need to poke the needle from the back way, just like the before one. And then you're gonna poke at the front part to just create a straight line. This one is one of the most easiest embroidery technique. And then you're gonna repeat the step for the rest of the straight stitch. Once you're already complete the embroidery for one flower, you can bring the extra thread to another part of the flower, or you can just tie a knot at the back of the cloth. Now we have a complete stitch for the flower embroidery. Next, we're gonna do contour embroidery. This one is the same one. You have to poke it through the back and then poke it in the front again. And then you're gonna poke like few millimeters away and then pull it to the front. So this is what a contour embroidery looks like, and this one we are using only 3 strands, so you just have to take the whole share and then divide it into 2 so you can get 3 strands. Just repeat the same step for all the contour embroidery. Or you can also use straight stitch for the stem part, like how I'm doing. It's the same exact method like how we did the white flower before this. So this is how the finished products looks like, and it's really beautiful, and I hope you guys can try it at your home as well. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye bye.